Yay.
Yay. What's up, everybody? It's White Boy Lockdown Radio. Make sure to hit that subscribe, like, comment, and share it. Let's share it. Let's get the White Boy Lockdown family up. We're back with the one of the best, closest guests that we have. JD's back in the building. We're going to wrap it up from the last one that we talked about. So on this one, we're going to talk about
Whoa. I'm not in the building. I'm still locked down. You know, I'm in Michigan. We're locked down.
JD's still locked down with old Gretchen Wilson up there, that witch-ass chick that's getting impeached, hopefully. But all right. So look, man, when we got separated from the main and went over to the work camp, which we got into a whole load of shit on. We got a load of shit on. We had a mutual friend, Kyle, okay, who was also at the main unit with us.
Hold it. Not a friend. Not a friend. Never was. You were, and then by proxy, I had to be okay with him.
Yeah, and you were at golf with him.
No,
or Bay.
Bay.
And you kind of knew the reputation that he was a junkie over there.
Yeah, he's a junkie. That's the word. That's not an addict, a junkie. Similar, yes.
And you had gave me the heads up on this. And
when we were, I don't know if I gave it to you at the main unit.
You did,
because like you said, you were brand new too, and he came in the dorm right after.
No, you did give me the heads up at the main.
Yeah, at the main unit,
you did.
He ended up being in a bunk next to me, and we clicked up through, the biker dude who was like a rapist or something. I don't really know the whole with him, but he was a soft dude anyways, but it was full of crap.
So anyway, man, you got to the work camp before me, and you and Kyle were over there. And so how'd this situation happen?
So, all right, I know the crazy thing. Let me take a couple minutes. Let me speed through this. So we're at the main unit. Like, you know me, I'm pretty much, I can go with anything, like whatever. At this point, I've been in it for fucking like 6 years or something. And so I go with the flow. I've always gone with the flow anyways. I can figure things out. I stand up for my values. But so all of a sudden I'm getting shipped. No idea what's going on. I didn't put in transfer. If I did, I just got a confinement for, possession. And even though it was BS, but I just got out of 60 days of confinement, and they're shipping me. I'm like, all right. So I ended up going to the work camp, which I don't know how, because they upped my custody. So I was high custody most of the time at homes. And then I guess they dropped me after I got out of confinement for possession charge. Again, they just make things up as they go. So I go to the work camp, and then they can't put me out the gate. So I was there for at least a couple weeks. They can't give me a job outside the gate, but they need people there to clean the dorm, clean the rec yard, kitchen. I won't ever work in a kitchen. Another video, make a note. I went through it at golf over not working in the kitchen.
That's for another video, people. That's for another video. I only jumped in because I could see the frustration on my friend's face. The kitchen is disgusting. There's homosexuals everywhere. Nobody ever wants to work there. And if you ever get in there, your number one goal is to get out. Well, that's for another video.
Unless you got to hustle.
Unless you have a hustle, but still, you have to look at that shit and be around it. So I'll actually have you back on.
That might be 3 videos, but
yeah.
So
go ahead.
I get transferred. I'm hanging out there, and like whatever. They won't put me outside the gate, which is fine. I didn't. Working at a work camp outside the gate is the most. It's 10 to 14 hours in Florida. Slave labor, cutting grass manually. Like, it's not what you want to do. Anyway, so they won't let me out.
Hold that thought.
Kyle comes over, and we were all in a dorm together.
Give me 1 second. Let me say one thing. Hold that thought, please. I don't mean to cut you off. I want to say one thing, and I'll give you that back the mic. There's a big misconception about work camps, people in Florida. You have different places and institutions. You could be at a main unit, you could be at an annex, you could be at a work camp. A lot of people think that a work camp is sweet. Your time may or may not, depending how you do it, go by faster. But work camps, they suck. Okay, you're going to be busting your ass, in hot Florida weather, and there's still a lot of tension there. Okay, people tend to think that
tell them how much you get paid per hour.
$0.00. Okay, and well, supposedly you're doing your game time, but in the state of Florida, they say allegedly we do 85% of the time, but it's absolutely 100%, absolutely, because you were going to have CRD when you get out. So the game time that they take from you if you get in trouble, sometimes I went to the box 4 or 5 times my last bid. They didn't take 1 day from me, not 1 day.
They took all my game time like twice.
You know why? Because you were from Michigan, bro.
Well, no, it's because I had so much time that it mattered. Like if you have
because you made it back up.
Yeah.
So that's why they did it. They didn't take it from me because they were able for me to get out and pay them on the street. They did it to you because it looked good. Yeah. They mixed the numbers up. You see what I'm saying? All right. I just wanted to say that real quick.
You know how many times I've calculated how long I had to do, what day I could get out if I get back this time, or how much game time do I need? Can I physically get enough game time to get out early? Like it was starting to get close at the end. Like I was like, oh my God, I can't, I gotta stop screwing up. Like I gotta stop.
So you were talking about Kyle before I said that stuff about the work camp. Go ahead.
So he shows up, and so I can't go outside the gate. So I'm out there like, I don't know, digging weeds out of cracks of cement. You know what I mean? One day, Kyle runs up to me. Hey man, I was playing poker, and I raked in everything. I won everything. I was like, all right, what's up? And he goes, well, after I took everything in, they came to my bunk and they said they wanted their shit back because they said they wanted it back. I was like, okay. I was in that work camp. There's 2 dorms, A1, A2, 2 sides of butterfly wing dorms, and then B1, B2, right? I was in A1 and he was in B2, but it's work camp, so it's pretty flexible about moving around the camp. Yeah. And I was like, with a stick, trying to get weeds out of a crack or something. And he goes, man, they came and stole everything after I won it fairly. I'm like, what do you want to do? Do you want to fight? Like, do you want to go get it? Let's go. Because this had to do with at the main unit. Like, I didn't know him too well at Bay. I knew he was a junkie. At the same time, we kind of connected at the main unit before I got transferred. He got transferred over here, which was weird because he had like 10 years and he got transferred to work camp, his first camp back. His second time in, he got transferred to work camp after like a month.
Well, I think he had some, if I remember right, he didn't have a lot of time, but didn't he was back on that charge, like he had time in on it, right?
Yeah, but he had like 5 years. Yeah, he had to do 10 years, but he still had like 5 left, and he went straight to a work camp right away. And he was a junkie. Junkies are the worst people at a work camp.
I hear you. No, yeah.
Because the most drugs are at work camps.
Oh my God, yeah. Everywhere.
Which is why there's the most beef too. Which I'm kind of surprised. You'd think like a life prison camp. No, people at life camps, they just like, leave me alone. Like, we all miserable, leave us alone.
Leave me alone or I'll stab you. Pretty much, yeah.
Let's live as long as we can without bothering each other. But at work camp, it's like everyone's out in 6 months. So like, hey, whatever, hey, I'm down. Let's join the game. 6 months. But so I tell him, I was like, well, what's up? Because this goes back to our main unit. Like, you sometimes got to forget the past and just go with what happened in the last 2 or 3 months. Like, he was, we broke bread with him at the main unit, and you know how I was with breaking bread with somebody. I wouldn't help feed anybody or nothing like that unless like you were down with me, like cool with me, like I thought you were a straight up dude. Soon as I found out otherwise, or you lied to me, don't lie to me. I don't care. I can deal with the truth. I'm not going to deal with going through lies, because if you lie to me once, you'll lie to me again. How can I believe you? How can I trust you if you lied to me once over some petty? Like, if you lied to me about something, Matt, and it was petty, how can I trust you if it was serious?
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, it's just stupid. People are like, oh, trust me, it's serious. Why? I couldn't trust you when it was petty. why can I trust you when it's serious? But that's my philosophy. That's not, most
It's a
people
good
may not be
philosophy.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a good
the way I
philosophy.
feel. If I can't trust you, I can't trust you. There's no, oh, this high or this low. No, just no trust or all trust. There's no in between. So I'm like, what do you want to do? Let's go. Let's go get it back. And me, I'm just like, whatever. I'm stupid. I wasn't stupid, but at the same time, I'm like, it's a work camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's go get your shit back.
How real quick, where was I at when this was going down?
You were still at the main unit.
Okay. All right.
You weren't there yet. So he's like, no, I got this. Like, I'll talk to him and I'll get it back. I'm like, you sure? Let's go. Like, now's the time. Let's go get it now. Let's not wait. He's like, no, let's wait. No, I got this. Because once he realized that, I was like, I don't
All
know
the way in with it.
crazy, but like, I was just like real. I didn't know if he, like, it was almost like a chick thing. Like, you want to vent, but you don't want to do anything.
Yeah. You're like, I got your back. Let's go. Let's bump that motherfucker. He just wanted to cry to you about it, and then he didn't expect you to be like, let's go run that shit. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I got this. I got it, whatever. So, cool, whatever. I was like, all right, whatever. If you're not going to go in behind it, I'm not. It's not my shit.
Absolutely.
What the fuck?
You're not tied to him by any way. You know what I mean?
I got enough issues being the way I am. I don't need other people's issues. But when he came to me, I was like, all right, what's up? Let's do it. And he was like, no, man. Just like the chameleons. No, don't do that. Oh, yeah. I'll do that now.
Yeah.
So anyways, that goes by a week or two later, you show up at the camp. Back up. Because I was in a dorm was mostly people who go outside the camp, like outside to work and cut grass for 10, 12 hours for free. Slave labor. Literally slave labor. Literally. Like people who say like slave labor is working at McDonald's. No. You get paid. Or it's the best slave labor in America is the NFL players. It's slave labor to make millions of dollars to play football. Slave labor. It's just that's what they tell us, so we must believe it.
But they're calling people racist.
Yeah,
that's for another video.
We're the racist, and we're busting our ass to make a mortgage payment. You know what I mean? And they got $1 million mansions and shit. It's they're slaves and we're the elite.
Yeah.
But so I get since I couldn't go outside the gate because of my possession charge, they wouldn't let me go work because I got a fluke ass possession, K2, 2G, whatever they want to call it, which no evidence or anything like that, but they locked me up, whatever.
I remember you had to fight. I remember you had to fight classification to get out the gate, right?
I didn't fight them. No, I didn't want to work.
But you kept writing them because they were holding you from going out. Or am I remembering it wrong?
I was never fighting that because I was fighting the actual charge because I didn't want to put an outside charge on me.
Got you.
Because it's possession of narcotics.
Right.
I mean? And so I was fighting not getting charged. That's what I was fighting. I didn't want to work outside the gate. I didn't care. I don't need to work 10, 12 hours for nothing. I'd rather go work out for 2 hours and go to bed.
Bro, we never worked. We had the CO sign the paper. It was, and we got hated on.
It ended up being love, but I didn't hate.
It was the greatest thing ever.
That's another thing about the officers, and if you stand up and you're white, like you're okay because they get called racist all day long.
Yeah.
When they actually see a white person who's just okay,
I've kind of explained how like they're consistently getting called cracker and they're consistently getting called racist. Yeah, and if you land in the panhandle and you're a stand-up white dude, you're going to be all right. You know what I mean? Yeah. But go ahead.
So I get transferred to B2, which is Kyle's dorm, right? They move me. I don't get transferred, but they move. I got to pack up all my shit, haul it ass, make sure people paid me, or I have somebody who's going to go get that money and give it to me. You know what I mean? If somebody owed me money, which is normal. When you get moved to another dorm, you got to like have things set up and people that are straight to be like, hey, you owe him, $10. Give that to me. I got him. You know what I mean? So that's a whole, like I said, there's so many different levels in prison.
So many aspects. It's
So
hard.
It's,
see how hard this is, JD? You see how hard it is? You're trying to stay on one subject, and you want to, because there's so many levels to this and aspects. It's very hard.
Yeah. People don't understand, like, oh, you got moved from bunk to bunk. Like, even if it's in the same dorm, you don't understand. You have to unpack your locker. You have to make your new bed. You have to get a new mattress. You have to get a new, like, when you go to confinement, people are like, oh, it's confinement for 15 days. No, I never did a 15 DC. I've always done 30 or more, but, which is horrible. But people don't understand, like, oh, he just had to, you know, go to confinement for a few days, which is fine, which most people, whether they know or not, is, but it's the whole change of life. Like, you have to pack all your shit up. You don't know if the cops did it. You don't even know if you have all your shit. You don't know if someone stole your shit.
Good point.
You get out of confinement. Sometimes you don't even remember your lock combination because it's been so long. There's a time I had to pay a dude to crack my locker code because I didn't remember it after doing 60 days. I couldn't remember my combination.
You don't know if, also to your point, which is very good, you don't know if when you got cuffed up, you know, if somebody went, I mean, it would never happen to me or you, but this is to your point. People can go to when someone goes in, they'll go hit the bunk, take your thermal, take your socks, take your sweaters, you know what I mean? Take all your, because you don't know, you're in handcuffs and you can't see your stuff.
No, you're gone.
Exactly. Good point. Yeah.
And so you go to confinement, whatever, even if it's BS and they let you out 10 days later, you get put in a different dorm. You got to go pick up your property. You have to make your bed. And then you're in a new dorm. You might know somebody if you've been at the camp long enough. You might know nobody, but you might have a reputation. You might not. There's going to be somebody that's going to try you, even if you have a reputation. Most people are going to try you eventually. Anyways, it's a whole mind fuck.
Yeah.
When you get put in another dorm, even in the same camp.
Right.
And people are like, oh, it's just moving from one place to another. No, you don't know what you have possession-wise. You don't know if someone stole something from you. Do you have to crash somebody because they stole something? You know, it could be one of your boys that stole your shit.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Like, that happens a lot too. Like, you see it all the time. People crash, like, oh, that's my dog. That's all my stuff now. He's gone. He's getting transferred. This is all my shit now. You get to a new camp, you ain't got your radio, you ain't got your headphones. You know what I mean?
Your dog stole it. or sold it for Tucci.
Pay off a debt. But so anyways, I get moved to B2, which whatever, you know, like I said, I'm pretty fluent with things. So I get in a single bunk, which is sweet. Single bunks are the best. Open bay, single bunk.
Gotta have it. Man, yeah, it's mandatory that you have to have a single bunk.
If you can do it.
Yes.
Or you have to be straight with your bunkie, and it's hard to be straight with a bunkie because everyone's different. White or not, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I get put over there, whatever, you know, and me, you know, I got the shaved head, you know, I'd literally shave my head like twice a week with a razor.
Racist!
Of course.
White supremacist!
You know what's funny? People like shave their head and stuff today. I wish I could show them how we shaved our heads in there.
Oh yeah, dude, you got me skinning it, man. You got me skinning it so good that I could do it with one of those Walmart throwaway razors, just one.
Listen, single blade garbage razor.
Yeah, single blade. Sorry.
But you have to clip off the guard.
Yep.
So it's literally straight blade.
That's right, dude. Damn,
you know how many times you cut yourself? Like, you'll be bleeding 3, 4, 5, 6 times if you go sideways.
That's right, bro. That's a good one. I forgot about taking the thing off the razor, bro. Hell yeah.
You have to clip it off with a nail clipper to get the straight razor.
Right on, dude. That's awesome. I gotta do a video on that. All right. So anyway, you're right.
I get in the dorm and, like, you already know. It's like people saw Kyle talking to me and shit like that. So you already know there's anytime like a shaved white dude goes into a dorm, straight hostility. Doesn't even matter. They don't know the dude. It doesn't matter. It's just straight hostility. And honestly, I shaved my head to be left alone with the police because they changed the rules right at the end, but like you had to have like half an inch hair max. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a shaved beard if you didn't have a beard pass, which you should get beard passes, which is garbage, but
yeah.
And so I just said, just to know if I got a clean head, You can't say I need to go get my hair cut. Like, cops are crazy in there about that stuff. And,
Anal. They're anal about it. They will deny you food for not shaving, not having your beard
or your hair trimmed perfect,
or your hair the correct.
Or if it's a fade. God forbid if they see it's a fade.
Yes, it's over with. They'll literally make you run back to your dorm, and if your hair is longer than what he's saying, you have to somehow magically cut your hair and then run back to the chow line to get a tray. Or it's usually not for that, but it's usually for your beard.
But you're out of your dorm. But you're out of order in your dorm, therefore you don't get fed.
So they do it just to be spiteful, or like he said at the beginning of the video, everyone's calling them cracker, everyone's calling them racist. So maybe they do it to the people who are calling them that.
To make them not racist. Well, no, I did this to this white person, so I can't be racist.
Yes, absolutely. All right, go ahead, man.
And white people in prison are not allowed to have beard passes, shave passes. That's just, like I said, that might be another video for you. Anyways, so I show up, I got my shaved head, twice a week or whatever it was. And so there's hostility, but nobody confronts me. Nobody bothers me. In general, most people won't bother you unless you do something wrong or you're doing something crazy.
Right. They'll talk shit behind your back or whisper gossip, but nothing.
Maybe, but I've always told people, anybody who whispers, and you've heard me call out the dorm, like when me and you were going through it, one time. I don't know if we talked about it on a video or not, but me and you, soon coming up, we went through it a few times where they heard us arguing super loud because we're loud people.
Yeah.
And people were like, oh, shit, let's get them.
Yeah, they were trying to get us. I think that they wanted us to clash, or they wanted us to fight, or they could have been plotting, because at the time, me and you fell out. At the time, we only fell out for a little bit, and we always.
No, see, people don't understand what fallout means. We disagreed. We didn't fall out.
Yeah, we
fall out. Yeah. You see me fall out with people.
That's true.
See me fall out with
That's
people.
True.
I dead them. They don't even exist. They can't even speak because I don't hear them. Like when I fall out with somebody, they're dead. They don't exist. They're not a real person.
It's a good point. We were disagreeing at one point, and at the time there was a lot of freaking tension, and it was a bad time for us to have this. And some of the dorm is like wanting us to go head to head, because if me and JD bump and we go head to head, then that's gonna be the majority of the solid white dudes in this dorm. For stand-up dudes, it's over with now. You know what I mean? Or if they're not wanting us to do it, they're plotting something else, man. And the last thing you want to do is have a senseless fight amongst friends, because you have to understand people are watching and plotting. You know what I mean? Yeah. What was it? What'd you say it was for? What? $20?
I should just say I don't remember, but say it was over $20.
Oh yeah, I don't even. Yeah.
But I remember this one thing. It was over a certain gambling thing with somebody who had a problem with the way we did something, and I told him, "Fuck him, don't pay him. I don't give a shit." And it was like $20 or $30, and you're like, "Dude, it's $20, $30." I was like, "I don't care. They didn't win."
We're gonna touch on gambling when you finish up the Kyle thing. Absolutely, we're gonna go right into that.
It was super minor in the grand scheme, but at the same time, you know how I stand. Like when I'm for it, I'm for it. It's just what it is, man.
Yeah.
So I get put in the dorm, the hostility, all that stuff, and then like literally I don't even think it was 3 days later, you showed up.
Boom! And then we almost get stabbed. Literally.
Not yet, but you show up. I see you through the window. When people are coming because they got transfer times. Like you see, like people coming with their bags off the bus and shit. And I'm like, oh shit, that's Big Matt. Oh shit, he's coming over here. As soon as they pop the door.
Bam!
What's up, bro?
It's on.
Oh, talk about clicked up in the door.
Awkwardness. You got He's in there before me, got a shaved head. They're like mumbling to each other. They're probably saying he's a
Everyone in the
skinhead,
dorm
racist.
had to. The only one.
Now they see me come through the door, tatted up, shaved head, immediately flock. We're clowning, we're laughing. They're like, "Oh shit!"
I'm grabbing Mac's bag. I was like, "Oh no, you don't need to carry that shit anymore. I got this."
Yeah. So how long was it from right here, from that day, until we ended up calling the whole dorm out for Kyle?
Well, before it was about a week before there was a war.
A week?
It was about a week, probably.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
It was probably a week because it manifests like. Nobody messed with us the first couple of days. Nobody messed with us, period, really. But
nah,
they just saw you come in, and like they saw they saw my excitement because dude, we went through it. You know what I mean? Like I know you still couldn't trust me fully. Like I got that. Or I wouldn't have trusted me at that point if I were you because you don't know where I was. You knew I'd get there, but would I get there for you is a different, that's a whole different level.
Right.
I knew you would get there for me, but like I said, if I was in your shoes, you don't know. You trust me, but it's.
Well, at this point, yeah, it hadn't been proven. Like at this point, you know what I mean. But at this point,
you still trusted me, but
yeah,
it was on that rope. Like you give people so much rope to hang themselves.
Right. Yeah.
You got to give people rope so they can hang themselves.
Absolutely.
So you're giving me a lot more rope because and again, it's that whole thing you want to believe somebody's, you know what I mean, there. Like you need that. Like you want that camaraderie and stuff. You don't want to believe that this dude won't stand for you like I did for him.
Yeah, you don't want to ever be hanging out with somebody and they tuck their tail. That's
prison is a mind fuck. Like the whole thing is a mind fuck.
Absolutely.
You have to be stronger though. Like that's just what it is. But so when you showed up, like clicked, there might have been 5-6 dorms, the DBDs, the Bloods, the
the Crips,
you name it.
Cutthroats.
There's usually at least one gang member in every dorm.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because it's not like California where like you're by a gang in the dorm. Like this is in Florida, they don't care, stab each other. The way Florida looks at it is, honestly, Florida would look at it, let's put everybody on the rec yard, everyone, give them all knives, and we'll see who cares.
Bro, California, they got it easy over there. It's segregated. You have a whole bunch of white dudes with white and black with black.
I wouldn't go that far and say it's easy.
I don't want to do any time or anything, but over there, but over here, I don't know. Who cares?
But the thing is, Matt, if you were in California, you'd have to join a gang. You probably wouldn't be able to just be a stand-up stand-up white dude by yourself.
That's true. Hey, I'm not trying to find out. Whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know how the politics are over there, but
exactly, you don't know, so you can't say that.
That's true. Yeah. So all right. So now I get in the dorm. There's a lot of animosity. They're hating on us big time. It's weird because you have to realize how to learn, or you have to learn how to deal with knowing people are hating on you, and it's just normal. Like dude, he's saying, it's a mind fuck. Like it's just it's a mind fuck. Another thing I wanted to say right quick that I've never said on the channel: when you're in prison, everything is different. Okay, I can sit here and break a million different examples down, but let's take something like fighting. Okay, when you're on the street, if you have a problem with somebody, you're going to exchange some words, and more than likely, you're going to throw hands. Whoever wins, wins. Whoever loses, loses. It's not as simple as that in prison. When let's just say, if you get an altercation with somebody in prison, you hit that wall. Hopefully he doesn't have a lock or a knife. But hopefully it's as easy as we're just throwing hands. The same example as the street. But in prison, you have 80 men looking at you. It's almost like if you have a fear of giving a speech or a fear of talking in front of people, try fighting in front of 80 people that want to take everything you have, that are plotting on you, that are hating on you. It's not the same. It's not the same. You have 10 times more anxiety hitting that wall than you would on the same example on the street. 10 times more anxiety. And just like you have to learn to live with people hating on you in the dorm and let that be normal, you have to learn to somehow block out 80 people watching you when you get that wall, and you better win, because it's when you're fighting, listen, win, lose, or draw is respect. But when you're in there, you have to win because your reputation's on the line, and it's just a different world, man. I don't even know how. Maybe I explained that wrong, but
I disagree. It's crazy. I know what you're saying. You don't have to win.
Yeah.
But it needs to be close.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's a good way.
You have to win. Fortunately on my part, I never lost in the chain gang. Did I have a black eye once? Yeah. Or twice, excuse me. But two separate instances, two different camps, but and that's another video we can go into, but one of them had to do with basketball. Actually, I think both of them had to do with basketball, which is why I quit playing sports in prison, period. Because I just got in fights because I was white and I was good. I was playing college football. Like, I'm not a chump.
Yeah.
But you don't have to win, but you have to make it convincing.
That's good.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to make it like first of all, I don't care how skilled you are. The number one thing that wins in a fight is the heart.
Absolutely.
Which is why that whole rape thing we talked about, in your heart, if you don't want to be raped, you'll end up killing somebody to stop you from being raped.
Absolutely.
So when I say your heart determines so much, like none of these MMA fighters, which is why I wanted to be going to MMA, but now I got family, I got life, I got things outside of that, like another life. Maybe I would be a beast. I know I would have been. Even Viking Fitness would say, he actually tried to talk me back into it when I was like, dude, I just got a family now and stuff. I can't spend that time because it's commitment. But it's dude, I lost my train of thought there, but at the same time,
you're talking about if you don't win, it's got to be very close, convincing.
Yeah, it's the heart. It's just, that's what it comes down to. Like,
yeah,
if people see that you're willing to fight because you think you're right, why would you fight if you're wrong?
Right.
If you fight and you know you're wrong, you're gonna lose. I don't care how big you are.
Right.
You can be the biggest dude in the dorm. If you know you're wrong in your heart, you're not going to win the fight.
So what you're saying is, if you lose, you can lose a fight, but as long as it's close, you're going to get respect because you won't be a target or somebody won't try you.
Well, because people don't want to fight.
You're right. You're right.
Most people just want to call people out because they think they won't fight. If they see you got the heart of a fighter, they're not gonna mess with you. They're just gonna like, okay, yeah, he lost that fight to that dude who can't fight, but that dude fought for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I don't want to go to confinement.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what they're just gonna say. They're like, man, I don't want. How many times have I fought? My whole point, every time I fought, my whole goal, I want to whoop this dude, but I don't want to go to confinement over it.
Right. No, absolutely. Nobody does. It's not.
There's times where we could set up fights where the cops were distracted, and that was the plan. Hey, I'm about to bump this dude. Hey, sign language to the other side of the dorm. Tell them to start asking for request forms and shit.
Yeah, medicine, something.
I need 5 minutes.
Yep.
You know
And it's
what I mean?
done.
Like, yeah, distract the cop, the one cop in the booth, distract them. You know, tell them to distract them for, I need 10 minutes. Distract them so I can call out the dorm. If someone wants to fight, it'll all be done in 5 minutes. I need time. Just let me take care of my shit, but like get the cops away from me. You know.
All right, let's get back into Kyle. It's we got about 11 to 15 minutes left. Wrap up, Kyle, about what we did, or you want to just we'll do the gambling next one or what?
We'll do gambling next time. But anyways,
All right.
that whole poker thing was like he lost in poker, or he won in poker, and people were mad that he won in poker, which people get upset. Anytime you lose $1 in prison, it's like the end of the world for some people.
Yeah.
It's called gambling for a reason. You could lose.
Yeah. So he lost. He was venting to you. He was just venting.
Now we're at the point where you're in the dorm with me.
Yeah.
I put you up on everything. I tell you what happened with Kyle, that he didn't want to fight for it. Now I'm in the dorm with the same dudes that took his shit from him that he won straight up. He won straight up. Nobody would deny he won the money straight up. One of them was Big Red. Big Red was one of the ones where we talked about Big Red. He's the one that wanted me to wrestle, which I did. That could be another video. But
you told me what's up, and I was like, let's make a stance about it. And
no, that's not what happened. No, that's not what happened. So 2-3 days in, right? 2-3 days in, they finally had Third Rec. Third Rec is like the champ in Florida. Like, I don't know about other states, but Third Rec is like that third chance to get out, or the second time, because you only get to go out one of the two.
Oh, that's right. I know what you're gonna say.
Third Rec is like, dude, you get to go out. It's not as hot. It's, you know, sun's going down. Like,
you're not inside. You know,
you can work out. You can, like, you already worked out, so now you can just like hit the track and talk to people. You know, Third Rec is love Third Rec. Like, don't ask me anything. You hate winter months because the sun's not up long enough. But so Third Rec comes. We all go outside. You know, we're hanging out. I think we already did our workouts and stuff, because we usually did that first thing in the morning in the dorm or outside, whatever it was. And we didn't work, which is sweet. You can hit that on another video. We come back to the dorm. Rec closes. You know, everyone has to go to their dorm. It's night. It's about to be master roster count, which master roster count's a whole nother story, but it's a joke. And Kyle's like, comes right up to us. Hey, my shorts are gone. We're like, what? What do you mean your shorts are gone? I left them on my bunk. And me and you straight up looked at him and was like, why would you leave them in your bunk? Why wouldn't you put them in your locker with a lock? If you don't want something. Okay, I tell my wife this. I tell other people that in my family and stuff. A locked door only keeps honest people out of your house.
Good point.
If somebody wants to steal your shit, a locked door is not going to stop it.
Yeah.
That's just a fact. In prison, it's the same way. You can lock your locker. It's a master lock. If they want to steal your shit, they're going to steal your shit. But if you leave it on your goddamn bunk, with 80 fucking people coming in and out of the dorm, plus other people from other dorms coming in and out of the fucking dorm, that was just a bonehead move.
Yeah. So he finds out that they're gone. Somebody ganked him because of his bonehead move. And then you were sleeping right next to him, right? Or
I was 2 bunks over from him.
You're 2 bunks over, and then I was like maybe 4.
You were close, but you were in a double bunk.
4 the other way. He asked you, and this was right before. Was this right? This was right. They call recall, right? We came in from Third Rec because everybody's taking a shower and shit.
Yep.
They call recall, so everyone's going to their bunk and everyone's about to, get ready, Class A, whatever it was for count. So meat and potatoes is everybody is like simmering down. There's a lot of noise level in the dorm, and when the police come to town,
because they gotta be quiet. Everyone's gotta be silent for count. And then, but before we got to the count part, me and you look at each other, we're like, all right.
Ready?
I looked at you. I said, "What do you want to do?" Like, I'm with it. I knew this was coming because of what happened earlier. Like, if you steal shit earlier, you're gonna get shit stolen again. Like, and you're like, "Man, we got to say something." I said, "All right, let's go."
So I start, you're 4 blunks from me. I'm just like, whoever fucking stole those goddamn shorts, you're a fuck boy, you're a pussy boy. Then I ran out of words and I stopped talking, and JD just starts going off.
When I don't get mad very often, let's just say that. When I get mad, because I feel like when people get mad, they get irrational and they don't think. But I said everything on my mind. I said, listen, whoever took that shit, we're gonna find out, and you're gonna get fucked up. So you can either straight up fight now, or it's gonna be ugly later. I called them names.
We screamed this though, people. What I said and what he said, we screamed it to a whole dorm.
Yeah.
And this is not even his shorts. It's not my shorts.
Anybody who was sleeping woke up.
And there's all types of gang members in there. And I'll never forget when we did that. They were like, "Oh shit, there's some real white boys in here. There's some real white boys in here. Oh shit, you better get out them shorts. You better get them shorts back." But that was probably Red and a lot of the DVDs, the Cutthroats. But you know,
just like them.
Oh, I've lived in there, bro. I picked it up good. But listen, bro, we did it for a reason. But that instance right there, man, we could have got stabbed. We could have got fired up, all types of shit, man, because
there's no sleeping that night. I didn't sleep. We take turns. Like, I've stayed up in prison. I've literally stayed up for 72 hours, no sleep, because of, and it was actually a goal if I had to do that.
This is military shit when we're talking about people, because at this point there's
hours, because that might be another video, break off video or something like that. But I did 72 hours, 0 sleep. And you literally could smoke PCP.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And be like delusional by 72 hours, like with no sleep. Like, you don't even need to do any drugs to be delusional at 72 hours. Like, it's insanity.
Absolutely. It's only at this point, and at this point in the story, it's me, JD, and Kyle, who, after we are yelling shit, he's like mumbling a couple things, but me and JD, we
was in the dorm too. Raven was in the dorm too.
Yeah, and then everyone's selling us out, and
white dudes too. Yeah,
everyone's like, "Oh, there's some real white boys in here," and I go to JD and we're like, "Hey, look, we have to." Me and JD did this numerous times throughout our time together. When there was tension like that, he would sleep and I'd drink coffee and stay up. I would sleep and he would drink coffee and stay up. If I didn't have coffee, he would have to give it to me, vice versa, because this is not an average day. Like, I don't have money, can I borrow coffee? There's some real tension, and we don't want to get stabbed when we're sleeping. This is
what they say. Remember the saying in prison: you sleep when you're dead.
You sleep when you're dead. And all right, before we end it, what was I going to say on this? So
we'll get to the war over the shorts.
We want to wrap it up
over a pair of shorts, a race war, a pair of goddamn shorts over a fucking coward.
Why don't you want to wrap it up? What happened, or you want to just go to the next time?
What was that?
You want to just pick it up next time?
Yeah, we'll just pick it up next time, because
all right, man. Yeah, we've been on here for a while, y'all. All right, it's White Boy Lockdown Radio, man. I salute you, JD. I respect you. Thanks for coming on, and we'll catch y'all next time. Stay out, stay safe, and stay solid. We're out.